Welcome everyone to another session of the Mastermind Book Club. Here we are with another review of an important book, 10 Basic Rules for a Better Living by Manly P. Hall. In order to introduce the first person, we are all going to take a shot at looking at these 10 basic rules. Charles Comer will look at the first two rules. Charles, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Awesome. In the book, 10 Rules for Living by Manly P. Hall, the first rules talks about stop worrying. Many times we look at things and we worry about them, whereas really we have nothing really to worry about. It's just a matter of not being prepared mentally or being prepared physically for the task that's at hand. The other one is stop trying to dominate or possess your friends and relatives. You live your own life and everyone else has to live their life. So, with that in mind, you have to be compassionate and knowing that everyone is an individual. And those are the first two rules by Manly P. Hall for living a better life. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Stop worrying is one, and stop trying to dominate and possess your friends and relatives. Number two, Gina Fouché.
All right. So, looking at these different rules that Mr. Hall has set up, he's talking about also moderating ambition, and that was rule number 3. And it's like, do not overwork yourself. Don't work yourself to death. Don't spend so much time doing work that you don't even have time to spend, say, necessarily with your family and your friends. Just be able to find balance. And also, rule number 4 says that we should not accumulate more than we need. So, in this time that, where in the life that we have right now, many of us have so many things that we just see and we want to purchase, where we get to the point where we have too many things. And what happens when we have too many things is that our attention, we have to spend time, taking care of them. And so things that might be more important to us than those they're undone. So help us, or think about not accumulating more things than we need.
Thank you, Gina. Moderate ambition, even for those who want to be very rich and famous. You don't have to necessarily be there. Number 4, do not accumulate more than you need. Martha Johnson, number 5. Whoop, you're muted, Martha.
Learn to relax. This is something we have to learn. Everyone has to learn, either children and adults in every fields. Leave the tension away. Don't let the tension and the suffer and the stress dominate our life, because because the stress can create you health problems. They can create in your tension in your job at work, and making your life miserable. You have to be more relaxed in what you're doing and take your time. Don't waste time. You have to have a strong mind to be able to heal all the stress and the pressure, the normal life we get in this environment where we live right now. Don't be exhausted. Be yourself. Be more simple. Do meditation. Have a good food, healthy food. Walk, exercise. We have a lot of tools can helping us to relax and be more productive, because sometimes when you get stressed out, you're less productive than when you think, and less concentration. You need to be relaxed for your health, for your job, family, and the normal life.
Thank you, Martha. Number 6, Tawana Williams.
Hey, what I got is the part I got is humor. So, and it's so funny because I learned to laugh at myself a lot, especially like when I get too serious about things, and like when I do that, like when I learn to laugh at myself, then I can laugh more because I can say to myself, like you've been real silly right now, like the other day. So that's what I got from the book, like learning to not take everything so seriously and to laugh at myself and be humorous at times, like even if it's like something bad about to happen or you see something, something like in life. And then if you can make yourself just laugh about it opposed to just taking it personal. So laughter and humor is something that will totally help as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Tawana. Reggie Hilliard.
Find a reason for your own existence. This is actually the one I was going to speak about. Basically, I mean, in this book, he's touching on principles and practices of life. And if we implement these principles and practices of life, we can live a much better life. And the reason for us living is a major, significant thing for us to be focused on, because many times we're sort of existing or just being, just doing, and just without any sort of purpose, any sort of focus, any sort of direction that we're working towards. So without having a direction in life, a purpose for life, you're sort of wandering aimlessly. So we have to understand what our purpose in life is. We have to understand what the reason is for us living. As they call it in French, your raison d'être, which means your reason for being or your reason to be. So that's a very important thing. And if we understand that, we'll get up every day vivacious. We'll get up every day wanting to do more, to save the planet, if you will, save ourselves, be of service to mankind, because that's really part of what we're here for. But many of us are sort of not understanding that. And so we're just basically wasting our time and wasting our existence or wasting our life on this planet. So we got to get to an understanding of why we're here so that we can live more fruitfully and do what we need to do while we're here and live a full life. Is that the only one? Do I have 8 too?
8.
Never intentionally harming anyone. As they say, do to others as you would want done to yourself. But the goal is not to harm people. The goal is to treat people kindly, to treat people the way you want to be treated, to do nice things, to be kind in our words, to be kind in our actions, to live in a way where we're being additive, we're giving value, we're doing things that can, help people, to become better people, to talk nicely to people, to touch people in a way through our words and through our actions that helps them to feel that they're evolving and growing and not being diminished by our words or by our actions. That's very important, because if you're not doing that, you're basically causing harm and you're causing damage and you're destroying others and you're destroying the planet. So that's not our goal. Our goal as people is to continue to grow, to continue to evolve. And that's what life is about. It's about always growing and always evolving. So if you're not doing that, you're basically dying, and that's not our goal. If you're harming others, you're killing them in a sense. And that's not our goal. Our goal is to make people better and to be better people and to add to this life in the most fruitful and beneficial way.
Thank you. Thank you, Reggie. And number 9 and 10 are very much related. Beware of anger. We've all gotten into some anger over, when we look at it, nothing, I dare to say. Sometimes we just need to learn to let things go, let them be. Just as the former book, Loving What Is. Just let it be. Somebody cut you off on the highway, let it be. Sometimes we get into a honking spree. What do we gain from this anger? Number 10, never blame others for your own mistakes. Just say you did it. Maybe you don't know exactly why, but in time it will show itself. Now, this book is 10 Basic Rules for Better Living. This is the last thing where it ends. Success doesn't rush. The best award is the journey. Success doesn't rush. The best award is the journey. Until next week, when we'll review another empowering book, the Mastermind Book Club. Signing off.